Hello and welcome to Walking Wartime, and today we're in Thurleigh in Bedfordshire and we're here to see the museum for the 306th Bombardment Group. Let's go check it out. The 306th Bombardment Group arrived in Thurleigh, England on the 6th of September 1942. During the journey over, B-17 41-24473 from the 423rd switched on its bomb bay tank and due to an electrical failure exploded. There were no further casualties. The facilities were not yet ready for the 306th and were diverted to Chelveston, Oakington and Grafton Underwood. The group were made up of the 367th Bomb Squadron, the 368th, the 369th and the 423rd. The famous journalist and correspondent Andy Rooney was stationed at Thurleigh. After weeks of training, Rooney joined the bomber crew in B-17 Banshee for the mission over Wilhelmshaven. The youngest out of the 7 reporters nicknamed the Writing 69th, all assigned to the 8th. During the mission, Rooney's B-17 was hit by flak, taking out a small piece of the plexiglass nose, taking out the navigator's oxygen line. The bombardier tried to plug the hole but froze his hands in the process. Grabbing the emergency oxygen bottle, Rooney managed to bring the navigator back round. After the mission, it was deemed too unsafe for reporters to fly with the 8th. The infamous Glenn Miller took the stage in Thurleigh on the 14th of July 1944 on a makeshift stage in one of the 4 hangars in front of 3,500 men of the 306th, to then become a regular there. Glenn Miller and his orchestra played their last concert on the 3rd of October 1944. In December of that year, a few miles down the road from Thurleigh, Glenn Miller would depart from Twinwoods Airfield to fly to France and went missing and was assumed dead on the 15th of December 1944. The 306 were the first group in the 8th Air Force to fly a mission over Germany under the command of newly appointed Commander Colonel Frank A. Armstrong. On the 27th of January 1943, the mission was to bomb a naval base over Wilhelmshaven. During the mission, no B-17s were lost. This mission would go on to become the inspiration for the novel 12 O'Clock High, written by Cy Bartlett and Thurleigh Jr., about a bomber group based at the 306, which would later be adapted into a film. The group was awarded a Distinguished Unit Citation for a raid on aircraft factories in Germany, 11th January 1944, and a second for their role during Big Week, 20th to the 25th of February 1944. The 306 were the oldest operational bomb group, inactivated in Germany on the 25th of December 1946 and longest stationed in England, longer than any other group. They had their first airman of the 8th Bomber Command to complete a tour. This museum and memorial shows the strength and courage from all that flew from this airfield.